The Cowboys, Todd McShay's pick of Patrick Surtain, Alabama corner Patrick Surtain to the Cowboys at 10. The explanation, Dallas gets first pick of the defensive pool, and I am reuniting Surtain with Trayvon Diggs from Alabama. Surtain is a true shutdown corner. Dalton, reaction to anything in the top 10, or we can just keep moving on?
I'm not trading up for Mac Jones. I think if they're going to trade up, it would probably be trade up that far with Trey Lance still on the board. It would be for the higher upside.
Real quick, sorry, Sean. If Mac gets by San Fran, is there a chance that he is the one that slides? Even he might be able to slide to 15 and not have to trade up at all.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if he'll make it to 15 because I think that the Chicago Bears would look to move up to 14 or 13. Move up and try to get that last quarterback if they do end up falling a little bit. I think that also the Washington football team might do that if they like Mac Jones. But Mac is, in my opinion, the only guy that's going to fall that far because he doesn't really have that same type of upside.
11. The Giants are taking Devontae Smith, Alabama wideout. The Eagles at 12 go with Dalton's boy Jalen Waddle, Bama receiver. Chargers at 13 take Christian Darrisaw, Virginia Tech tackle. Let me just jump down to some more notables. Micah Parsons to the Lions at 15.
That's such a Lions move. Sitting there at 7, you could get any receiver, and you trade down for a linebacker. I mean, there could not be a more perfect Lions draft pick.
At least they took an athletic linebacker this time, so they're at least moving up a little bit.
Arizona at 16 takes J.C. Horn. Jamin Davis, Kentucky linebacker, to Washington at 19. Caleb for him. Virginia Tech corner would go to the Bears at number 20. And Najee Harris, Alabama running back to the Steelers at 24. And those are kind of the notables of the first round there before we move on. Giants, Eagles, Washington selections. Dalton, what would you think of that?
I hate it. I hate it for two of them. I hate it for the two division rivals in Philadelphia and the New York Giants. Washington, I don't mind that pick because it's a linebacker in the first round, and it's the linebacker who, although he has a ton of upside, he tested like an athletic freak. He only really has 1 year of really good tape. I mean, he's good in coverage, but I think he needs to get a little bit closer mentally, and sometimes that takes time at the NFL level, especially with that bump in game speed. I hate it with the Giants and the Eagles getting weapons. It's just, that's terrifying to me, just mostly because you have the best route runner in the class and somebody who just gets open at will in Devontae Smith, and then you have the athletic freak who also gets open at will in Jalen Waddle. So it's that's tough.
Dalton Miller live on the Fan Cam with us here on Shan and RJ. Round 2, Jacksonville kicks it off with Travis Etienne, Clemson running back, that of course we all know. Nick Bolton to Philly, Missouri linebacker. Let's scroll down. The Giants, Ronnie Perkins out of Oklahoma, linebacker / DN. And then the Cowboys, with their second-round selection, according to Todd McShay, go with Christian Barmore, Alabama D-tackle. The write-up, only 3 teams allowed 5+ yards a carry last year, and Dallas was among them. Barmore would help stop the bleeding in the middle of the defense. That's not an exciting reaction.
No, he wouldn't. Okay, so listen, Christian Barmore is he's a really good athlete. He's got really, really powerful hands. He can help in the pass rush. He was a part-time player at Alabama in his entire career. He never really took on a massive role there. And they rotate their guys in and out quite a bit. But if there's
Tristan Hill, cool.
If there's one thing he's bad at, it's defending the run. Like, he's legitimately bad there. So, no, this pick doesn't make any sense for the Dallas Cowboys. He's a pass-rushing 3-tech, 1-tech type. I don't want him. He's got a long way to go before he's a good run defender.
But you would not want a pass-rushing D-tackle?
It's not that I wouldn't. It's that I don't think that we really need it as much. I think that's where Neville Gallimore shines, and that's where Tristan Hill shines as well. Is he better than them, or does he have more upside than them? Probably more than Tristan Hill. Neville Gallimore was another freak athlete, but he's stronger than Neville Gallimore. He's not as athletic. So, I mean, I love a guy who's able to collapse the pocket, which he would be able to do. But in the middle for the Dallas Cowboys, you need somebody that's going to keep those linebackers clean.
Washington football team in the second round takes Davis Mills, Stanford quarterback. Sorry, Troy, to Kellen Mond not going up there to Washington in the second round. And then let's just jump on down to round number 3 with the Cowboys selection. This is the ESPN dueling mock between McShay and Kiper. And the Cowboys would take Walker Little, Stanford tackle. The write-up, again, another negative head nod from Dalton. Offensive line is a sneaky need for the boys who had major injury issues last year. Little missed nearly all of 2019 with a knee injury and opted out of last season, but he has a first-round tool set. Dalton, why are you unhappy?
You know who else has a first-round tool set? Spencer Brown, who went a couple picks later to the Las Vegas Raiders, and he's played football in the past 3 years, which is something that Walker Little hasn't done. On top of that, Walker Little, the whole draft stock behind Walker Little is that he was a 5-star recruit coming out. That's it. And is that important? Yes, it absolutely is. Pedigree is important. I think Choppy will tell you that. But he hasn't had good tape in college. Like, even when he was playing, he was not good. I went back and I just rewatched him because I just finished up my top 10 offensive tackles to get the write-up for my draft guide. And I didn't like him at all. He didn't even have consideration in my top 10 tackles. So, no, I would absolutely hate this selection.
Why hasn't he played in 3 years?
So, in 2019, in the first game of the season, he tore his ACL, and then he opted out in 2020. So, he hasn't played since 2018.
Ooh.
And then at pick 99, Kiper has them taking Jamar Johnson, Utah safety, after Kavanaugh's boy. I just saw this. The TCU safety, Ardarius Washington, would go to Cleveland in 91. And then the Cowboys would end up with Jamar Johnson, Utah safety. A safety helps fill all the Cowboys' most immediate needs, as we've also given them a corner, D-tackle, and O-tackle. Johnson could challenge Donovan Wilson and free agent DeMonte Kazee for a starting job. Dalton, what do you think about that?
I think that ESPN needs a better editing team because this is an Indiana safety, not Utah. So Jamar Johnson I think he's a good football player. He reminds me a little bit of Xavier Woods, and I know for the Cowboys fans, they probably don't like that, but he's not the greatest athlete in the world. I think that he's a good free safety type player. I think that he lacks a little bit against the run, but I don't think that he will come out and say that you can only play hard 80% of the time. I do like his effort. I think that he's smart in coverage. I think that he is that true free safety type. So I don't think that he's challenging Donovan Wilson because he will be the strong safety. But I think that he could learn a little bit behind Kazee and learn how to win. I don't love him, but I also don't hate him. Around 99 is where I would value him.
So Todd McShay gave us a pass rushing defensive tackle as a run stopper, and then Mel Kiper gave us a safety out of Utah who plays at Indiana. So